Hi ladies, I'm going to show you my top tips for applying the wraps, how to get the best application and prep your nails. Alright, let's do it. First step, I'm going to buff my nail with this Jamberry buffing block that has a very fine grit. So step 2, I'm going to paint some cuticle remover solution from the cuticle remover pen onto my cuticle area. Step 3, take a metal spoon pusher and scrape all around the cuticle area to remove any invisible cuticle and also to push back your cuticles. Step 4, I'm going to go wash my hands. All right, step 5, my hands have been washed and I'm going to take this Jamberry alcohol wipe, but you can actually just use rubbing alcohol too. And I'm going to thoroughly scrub I've taken it out of the packaging here. I'm going to scrub my nail with this wipe until it's squeaky clean. Hear it squeak? Okay. Next step is I'm going to size the correct wrap for my finger. So I don't want to touch the wrap onto my skin. Sizing it a little bit smaller is going to be your best friend. You really need to size it a little smaller so that you see a tiny gap of nail in between your wrap and your skin here. A little bit of gap of nail exposed is good. Okay, so I know this one's gonna fit, and I'm gonna take my orange stick and peel it up, not touching with my fingers because I don't want the oils from my fingers to get on the back of the wrap, and just cut it in half. Okay, so half this wrap is 1 nail worth. You get 2 nails out of each wrap. Here, I'm going to heat it up for just 2 seconds just to kind of activate that adhesive. Now, I'm putting it up to my cuticle, but not covering my skin at all. Okay. And I'm just going to tap it into place there and make sure it's lined up nice and straight. So now that it's just resting on my nail, it's not pressed down yet, this is when I'm going to give it a nice thorough heat. So I'm heating from the top, okay, the sides, the other side. And if you have domed shaped nails, you might want to heat the top first, press that down. This side, press that side down from the center over. Then the other side, press that side down from the center over, okay? Now, so after I've flattened it all out, I can give it one final heat and pull and stretch from the tip to make sure it's nice and flat and pulled around the nail there. So now I want to let this cool down for a second before I file off the excess. And in the meantime, I'm going to warm up my spoon pusher. I'm going to put that right up against my mini heater and let that area get nice and hot. Okay, so let's take a 1-minute break and let this cool down. Now I'm going to file this off. I'm going to get my nail file and file this off at a 90-degree angle. This is a hard angle with this camera here. Okay, so I'm filing down at a 90-degree angle to get the excess off. So you're going to use your glass nail file next. And that just smooths out any rough edges, and it makes sure that you have a really clean finish. Now this is the very final step. Now that I have this nice and hot, I'm actually going to turn off my mini heater, and I'm going to smush down the tip of my wrap. It's kind of like an iron. Now you don't want to touch it with your fingers. It's pretty warm. It's not going to burn you that, you know, it's not really going to burn you. I'm touching it, but it is warm, so you don't want to grab it with that. And I'm just smushing down the tip. Like how I'm double jointed. Smush down the tip, and if you had any bubbles or anything you wanted to push down around the edges, now would be the time. Smush all those guys down. Okay, and that's it. Ready to go. I hope that was helpful. Thanks guys. Bye.